Hey guys, happy Tuesday. We have a special leadership call today, and I say special because I would not be here if it wasn't for this woman right here. And those of you guys that have been around for a while, or maybe not, Miss Jaime Pekka, we are going to have an awesome call. And like I said, prior to hitting the button on the record, I did make little bullet points, so I stayed on track today. But I'm hoping that this will be a powerful call, an inspirational call. I'm hoping our energy will kind of roll off on you guys because she challenges me probably more than anybody else can. And when she tells me she's going to do something, instead of comparing myself to her, I say, okay, game on, let's do it. And we run together. So I want to challenge each and every one of you guys, if you need that extra push, to find that person that pushes you, that excites you, that makes you, will call you out on your crap, honestly, when you're boo-hooing or saying you can't do something. Because when you have that person and you can hold yourself accountable to them, you're going to push yourself further than what you've ever known that you were capable of doing, right? So with that all said, Jaime, I'm so excited you were able to hop on today. I know you've got a crazy busy schedule. We'll get into duo. I know that you are a little bit bummed that you missed out on the initial launch, but we'll get into kind of your game plan and what you're doing heading into Vegas. But first and foremost, how about you let everybody know how you got started in this industry first, right? Because
Oh, is she frozen? She frozen for everybody else? Okay, well, I got the gist of what her question was, so let's just go with it. Oh, there she is. I got your question. We good.
Okay, good.
So for those of you that don't know me, you have a good excuse. Most of you, if you've been in for under 2 years, I kind of went at MIA a little bit. Needed some time for my mental health and to find who I was again after COVID. And so my name is Jaime Pekka. I am a 200K with Lavelle. I am approaching 7 years with Lavelle, which is bananas to me. I can't believe we've been doing this for 6.5 years. But I am not new to this industry. And God, almost 12 years ago, I started in network marketing by accident. I used to make fun of people in network marketing. It was that crazy pyramid scheme. And I thought you were bananas if you did anything like that. At that time, it was more like I grew up watching my mom try to sell like Mary Kay, and Epicure was big. And it's actually really funny because I never equated my network marketing beginning. I always equated it to It Works, which is where my original start in network marketing was, where I met Amanda. We were sideline sisters, not even close, not even in the same lineage, like literally completely different teams. But Facebook memories are amazing things because I joined Epicure and I don't even remember. It's like I have like amnesia. I wanted some free products. I was poor, and it was the only way that I could get products for free. So, dude, I sold Epicure, and that's where I started. I didn't even realize. But that being said, when I started with our previous company, I was all sorts of poor. Like I really, like, it humbles the crap out of me now, knowing how far I've come and where I never want to go back to. And I was a brand new mom for the second time. I was not happy with where I was at in my health. I didn't know like what my body looked like. And my babysitter had a party. Ugh, like there's my network marketing trauma, was like, let's have a party, let's get people in my house, which I never wanted to do, but I knew that I needed to try these products. And so I stayed after babysitting, and my son was with me, and I had one of the most obnoxious ladies do this presentation that I literally couldn't wait to get out of, but I wanted to try these products. So I paid my $25 and I wrapped my stomach, and I was like, I'm going to order before I leave. Maxed out my credit card for $130. How sad is that? That's all I had left on my probably $150. Maxed it out and ran out of that house as fast as I possibly could, and was so excited. to take that wrap off. I don't know if any of you know, you don't need to really know about the wrap, but anyways, 45 minutes, this wrap was doing crazy things to my stomach. And I started texting like my sister-in-law, my friends that just had babies. I started showing them like this part of my body that I was most self-conscious, like was changing. And so I started texting everybody, and everybody was like, oh my God, where do I get this? So I was sending my babysitter all of these people that wanted to order. My mother-in-law ordered underneath her. My sister-in-law ordered underneath her. And then I realized that when I left that party so fast that I had joined by mistake, and I hit promoter instead of a customer account. And I had sent all of these people to my babysitter. And then I realized how competitive I was and how much money that you could earn because they'd come out with this $10,000 bonus. And I was like, all right, it's game on. I'm going to lock arms with my babysitter. She's my sponsor. And I earned that $10,000 bonus. I spent $500 on a flight to go to conference in Florida and sat in a room of like, I don't know, maybe 50 people. That was like how big this boot camp was. And that is where I saw the vision. That is where it like really struck me. We always say like, get to events. We can't explain why, but you just need to get to events. Well, that event is what launched my network marketing career. That is where it clicked for me, what was possible in network marketing.
Listen, so this isn't exactly right at the beginning, but here, go back to like 7 or 8 years ago, right? Yeah. So I had, like Jaime said, we were sidelines. We were on the same team page. Like our up line, like that was like 13 levels above us page. And I'll tell you guys, there was something about Jaime's energy that just was magnetic to me, at least, because it was like we challenged each other. It was like, okay, well, if they can do it, like, all right, I'll beat you there, you know. And we've always had that jokingly sideline, you know, and each bonus that came along, and Jaime actually hit her rank way faster than I ever did. But what happened was I created my first year, I started getting this momentum going. And Jaime will tell you, nobody knew who the heck I was. All right. It's like, for some, it probably seemed like I came out of nowhere. But I stayed consistent, and then I blew up because I went to a conference, and, you know, I had 2 people on my team with me when I went to a conference, and I sat there like, whoa, like, this is real. This is possibly something. Cause like Jaime, I really didn't know much about this industry. I had seen people sell Mary Kay and Avon and stuff like that, but I was like, oh, I don't want to sell stuff and have parties. Like, I don't want to have to deliver things because I'm very unorganized, and that'll be a nightmare. But you know, I love that you told that, and I really wanted you to tell that because, you know, you had some success by accident, kind of, but with intention because you caught the vision. And I know we'll fast forward to, you know, you had some more success, you fought, you got, you know, you hit the ranks and so forth. Jaime and I were the second to the highest level in that company. Okay. We both did very well. But then 2016 happened. Okay. 2015 is when we hit that top rank. 2016 happened, and that came with a lot of change. That year, life hit everybody. And I'm going to say, and I've said this before on a Zoom, and Jaime, I don't know if you were on that Zoom when I said it, but 2022 kind of reminded me of 2016.
Yeah.
Very challenging year. You know, that's the year I lost my dad, and everybody went through their own stuff, right? People go through stuff, guys. And Jaime was about to walk away from this industry completely. Like, I can't tell you how many times she told me she was walking away. I actually went back to working at the hospital full time. You know, and like I said, we were top, like close to the top rank, but things were going on around the world. And I'm going to say it was an election year. It was just, there was a lot of weird stuff going on, like industry wise and stuff. And you're going to see that the longer you're in this industry. And Jaime's also in real estate. So she sees, you know, the ups and downs of the market and so forth in other ways than networking. And, you know, she had reached out to me. Let's start with you telling after saying, I'm gonna walk away from this industry, and she had a business, you guys, that she was doing, where she was making, like she would make, I remember your socks and different stuff. Okay, we're not gonna get all of that, but she was, she had a little business that she was running, her and her mom, and something changed though, and she saw somebody, and this is the reason why you want to be consistent. She saw somebody that we had followed previously that was a leader in our previous company, and that kind of caught her eye, right? What exactly caught your eye about what she was putting out there, Jaime?
Yeah. So in 2016, the end of 2016, probably in September, I was done with network marketing. I was exhausted. I came from a whole network marketing, but a completely different business model, nearly impossible to maintain ranks, working people's businesses because you had to fill boxes. So if that person didn't have a certain amount of volume, you had to enroll yourself and move. It was a one-man show a lot of the time. And I want to vomit even thinking about it. Like, I just don't know how we did it for so long. And September, I was done with network marketing. I was exhausted mentally. I felt like I was great. I knew it wasn't me. I was a rock star. I was a hustler. I gave 150% all of the time, and I just couldn't make it happen anymore. I just felt so alone and misguided, really. And so I started another company. I'm an entrepreneur. It's what I do. And I can easily pivot and figure something else out. And I knew that I need to make some money for my family. So I started the business. I did like $30,000 in profit in 4 months. And it made me realize why I didn't want to join a business that had the only moving pieces were me, because I literally worked from home, but I didn't leave the room that I made all the things with, because I was the only person that was doing the orders and the website and the products and all of the things. And I was so exhausted. And then I saw my, a leader that was with our previous company post, and she posted about these products, about how she's no longer taking afternoon naps. And that hit hard to me because I was struggling with thyroid disease. I literally took naps every single afternoon, not because I was just running on fumes, but because by 2:00, I knew that my kids would be home in an hour and I needed to have something to give them when they got home. And so I called and I said, don't tell me about the business. I want nothing to do with this business. Does this sound familiar, twin? And I just want to try these products. And if I can refer a couple of people and get my products for free, so happy to do that. But like, say one thing about this compensation plan and I'm gone. Like, that was it. And so she was smart. What she did was she made me sign up as a customer. She locked me into her account and she sent me samples. Now, she was extra smart because she knew the type of business person I was. And she sent me enough samples for a week for myself, a week for my husband. And she knew that I had a couple of people that were in my old organization that were rock stars that lived locally to me. And so she made sure that I had enough people to thrive sample my customers. So she made sure that I knew that I could get my products for free because I was still struggling financially. And she made sure that I could get my 2 free accounts so that I could start thriving for free. And I will never forget the day after the day that I started, I was like, I was a coffee drinker. I still drink coffee to this day. I have no problem. Every single morning I drink 1 cup of coffee, not because I need the energy. I love my cup of coffee. But at that point, I was probably drinking 4 to 7 a day throughout the day. And I didn't want my coffee in the morning. Excuse me. And then 2:00, I was like, literally, it was like clockwork every day. 2:00 came. I'm going to go lie down. The kids are going to be home in an hour and a half. I want to get my 45-minute nap in. And I remember messaging her like 30 minutes in, and I was pissed because like time was ticking. My kids were getting off the freaking bus and I couldn't nap. Like, I was losing my nap time and I was mad. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's what this is supposed to do. Like, this is supposed to not make napping isn't normal. We're not supposed to be napping. And my aha moment happened because I was like, holy crap, I know so many mothers, just mothers that I could think of, that need this freaking product because we're running on fumes and they don't have time to nap because they're working a 9 to 5.
And listen, guys, Jaime, listen, she's telling you this, and you need to understand it was very apparent and very clear that she was like, I'm not doing this business anymore. I'm not doing this industry anymore. I am not. And I'm going to tell you this before she goes on. We were semi-cultish. Okay. Let's just put it that way. There was no looking at this company.
Oh my God, we made fun of this. We called it the crack patch. We made
there's posts about me posting that.
Yeah, we made fun of this company hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew when I felt what I felt. Like, let's talk about any other company. Like, you can talk about great products. Like, we can talk. I'm big into protein right now, working out in the gym and taking supplements that make me feel good. But like, when I was taking multivitamins, I don't know one person that could tell me like, oh, I felt my vitamins today. Like, I don't know that one person on this call could share in the chat that you're like, oh, took my B12, took my blood. Like, you felt nothing. You peed yellow all day long. Your body doesn't absorb that much vitamins and you have really expensive urine. Cool.
And your stomach hurt.
And your stomach hurts. I was blown away that these products you could actually feel. Like, we didn't have to convince anybody because you take them, you feel them. I wasn't napping because these products did what they said that they were going to do. And when that clicked for me, I was like, oh shit, it's on. Like, it's on.
How long did it take you to message me?
Oh, probably 24 hours. Once I tried those products, and I remember Amanda was like, Pekka, I'm not taking these. Like, I'll get on a Zoom, but I'm not doing it. Like, I don't know, you were talking about heart problems, or like you didn't want to have some crazy crap.
That's because I'm a nurse. I was a cardiac nurse.
Yeah, like what people are having heart palpitations and like all the crazy stuff that everybody from our previous company were talking about these products because it was a competing company and Lavelle was blowing up and everybody was talking about Thrive. But let me tell you, when I realized that these products did what they said that they were going to do, I knew that we had our hands on something that was so incredible because everybody needs energy. We do not have the nutrition in any of our food unless like you're some organic farmer farming in your back field with all of the nutrients and that, like, we don't have those things in our soil anymore. And so we need to supplement, and being able to feel vitamins and not crash in the afternoon. I couldn't stop thinking about all of the people. And then the entrepreneur in me kicked in and I was like, who do I know? I know so many rock stars in this business that could, even if they did nothing but go get 2 customers, are going to blow my business up. And so within 24 hours, I rallied the troops, and we decided that we were going to start on the 15th so that I had enough time to get products into people's hands and get people thriving and start feeling what I was talking about. And then literally the second that the day before we joined, or a couple of days before, they launched the rank advancement bonuses of up to $200,000.
And you guys, my sample didn't come until January 14th, or no, it came on the 13th, but I had worked 3 days straight. Okay. I'd worked 3 days in a row. I'd worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that week. Cause I was back nursing. Okay. So I was working full time. And I remember it was a Saturday morning. My samples had came that Friday, and it was a Saturday morning, the 14th. And I told her, I said, I'm going to take these products and they better, I was like, I swear. I said, I was scared. I was scared to take them. All right. And that afternoon, I know Jaime was probably doing cartwheels when I called her, because I said, oh my God. And you guys, I literally sent in my resignation, and I did not take that lightly. Okay. I had worked hard, everything associated with my previous business, I associated with my dad. And it was a very hard decision for me, but it was a no-brainer because I knew how excited I was and how good I felt. And I had never felt that feeling before. Like Jaime said, these, the rank advancement bonuses that are available right now, okay, that can literally change people's lives. This crazy woman said, I'll beat you there. And yeah, like, I mean, we just ran with it and we literally stayed with the duplication process, right? So Jaime, go to that, talk about, you did the 3 ways. You rallied, reached out to people that you knew. That's the step 1 that most people do not do. And you guys, I've been doing this with my customers, especially extra hard lately. Anytime I sign a new customer, I'm like a stickler with, this is your referral link, but let me go ahead and talk to your friend. If you know somebody that needs this energy, somebody that could benefit from feeling like you're feeling or wanting to lose weight, let me talk to them. I'll help them for you so that you're thriving for free next month. And I'm like saying that over and over again so that they know I'm going to put in the work. You just have to bring the person to me, right? But kind of talk about that coming in, because even though, yes, you had some people, right, in mind, we couldn't just like reach out to just random people like that. You guys, where when you leave companies, you can't do that, right? Jaime knew that I was leaving. I was planning on leaving my previous company. Okay. So she already knew I was out. So we were friends beyond this. Like, we talked regularly anyways. So please understand that too. So when she told me she was going to try something, I was like, no, but I'll listen because you're my friend, whatever. I didn't expect to like it. Okay. I didn't expect to like it. And I sure as heck didn't expect to promote it. It's important for you to understand that, because you have friends that you're thinking that are not going to do this. You're prejudging them without knowing. Right.
And you know what, to that point too, though, like I was on Jackie's Zoom this morning with Jackie and Twin, and it, like Jackie was talking about, like, you're doing a disservice. We came from an industry where like you wanted people to be promoters. Like that was just like, we call them distributors, but like sign your DT, like my dog was a DT, I'm sure. But like, it was such a dumb, like, it was such a culty thing. And like, that is one of the biggest perks about our business here, is that you don't have to make people customers. Your customer signs 2 customers, those become your customers, and now your customers thriving for free. Like, we don't force people to do what they need to do. Jackie was talking about, we're in the double triple fast starts right now, which can explode your business. If you're in your VIPs right now, go use that as a massive tool. You're going to get some big bucks back on top of your VIP bonuses, but you're also going to be able to duplicate that and show your branded promoters how to do the exact same thing. But don't make a customer join as a promoter to fill a box that you need, because we make more money off of our customers, and you want your customer to be a raving customer. That is the beauty of thriving for free. You can thrive for free as a promoter, and you can thrive for free as a customer. And all they have to do, if they don't want to be in a thriving business, is share. One of my customers just ordered Elite and shared a picture and tagged me in it. And then all of those people are now commenting on her post, and I can reach out to them. So one of the biggest perks to this business is we don't have to force anybody to do what they don't want to do. You want to be a customer? We got you. We can sample out your customers and get you thriving for free every month. We've got all of those customer accounts that we just created. Lavelle gave $25 US, $32.50 for all Canadian customers who just signed up until the end of the month. Get in those people's inbox and talk to them about, they don't want to lose that money off of their order. And what could that look like? Customize a plan for them and tell them what that costs. Like, that's how you get your business booming, and being able to teach people how to thrive for free, whether they're a promoter or a customer, is one of the biggest parts of our compensation plan.
And I think too, guys, with Lavelle giving us those 25 credits, obviously you don't just want to sign a bunch of people with, it's kind of like the work smarter, not harder type thing, but you also don't want to leave money on the table. And you're going to hear me say that quite a few times here, with these bonuses available right now, VIP bonuses and so forth. It's kind of where the mentality of Jaime and I came into this business. Don't leave anything on the table. But you guys, literally, you can sign somebody up that's bloated. Talk about it, right? Right now, they don't want the Thrive experience. They don't buy into it. They're not interested.
100%.
Right. But they might want balance.
Maybe they don't have the budget for it. Maybe you just need to get their foot in the door. The custom that our company drips campaigns on your customers on your behalf. Like they're doing work for you, just putting an email into the system underneath your account. I've had people that have ordered that went silent crickets on me, and all of a sudden Lavelle put haven't seen you in a while, add some things to your cart, you're going to get 50% off, or you're going to get $30 off your, like whatever that looks like. They're working on your behalf. So right now that $32, that $25 US is maybe your foot in the door to get people some balance or to get some collagen in them and get them to fall in love with our products.
Yeah, I just did a follow-up this morning with a customer and her daughter, that the customer originally signed up and got a sample of Classic in 2018, February or May of 2018. I followed up with her in May of 2023 and asked her if she'd be interested in trying a sample of Elite. Okay. And then I followed up with her on her sample when I got the email that, hey, so-and-so arrived, da, 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 da. Okay. And guess what? That's amazing. I love that Lavelle sends us that email. Hey, so-and-so got their sample. Because then I can shoot them a message, be like, hey, I seen your sample came, whatever. Anyways, that customer ordered the Elite experience. This is during the promo. Her daughter then created a customer account, got 25 in credits, is going to be ordering the Elite experience. And she also is referring a couple other people to me. Great. You guys see where this is going here? Your customers literally are going to introduce you, and Paul says it, other people's efforts, okay? Your customers will introduce you to people that you never could have reached. And you want your customers to be happy. You also want your customers to remember they are customers. They don't have to do anything other than enjoy the products. You help them get the results they want, and you will help them get the product for free, because getting it for free, they really will be happy, right?
Can I tell you something really funny?
Yeah.
And this is to show everybody how checked out I've been, and how excited I am to be back. I honestly, again, I was talking to Jackie this morning on her call, and I feel like this is what happened in 2017. I feel like all of this shit has been removed from our business, and the excitement is back. Like I will always say that if I stopped today promoting Lavelle, I would be a customer forever because of how these products make me feel. And I can genuinely say that with every part of my being. But when Lavelle did the promo for the sample mailouts, and I was like, you know what? I haven't done mailouts, and I am so bad at sending samples, like not even sending them, just getting them. I have product, like I should be doing this to create new accounts and getting people started. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna order the sample credits. And then I went into my back office. Y'all know how much sample credits I have? Just guess, like 5, 10. I have 30 freaking sample credits that I can send out. And I was like, okay, well, I guess it's game on. And so immediately, and I'm going to start to get better. I love twin Jackie, Mimi, and Katie Muntz. I steal their shit all the time. I will add my link into things. Amanda, the same thing. I had to ask Amanda. I'm so bad at social media. I had to ask Amanda how to add a link in. But let me tell you, I sent 6 Thrive Elite samples out because my link was attached and there was no strings attached for somebody. You want to try it? You're going to get in my system. I need your address. I'm going to send this out. And the best part for somebody who has ADD like me was that Lavelle was like, hey, they should have gotten their sample by now. Let's check in on them. They freaking do our job for us, you guys. And so if you have not done the Thrive samples, especially with Elite, like get on this. Do not sleep on this part of your business, because I I think I've sent out a total of 12 in the last week and a half now. And I've got people that have watched me for 6.5 years, finally interested in what this product is, especially Elite is my freaking jam. I'm obsessed with Elite. I cannot wait to try the Duo Elite, but I'm just excited for what this is going to do to our business. And it makes me mad about how checked out I was, because I've been sleeping on this for so long. But let me tell you, I'm just excited to be back. And
No,
I've got fire
I
again.
think you are being very real and raw, and I think people need to relate to that. I think a lot of people can relate to that. I think people need to hear that we all get to that place sometimes where we are checked out or we have stuff going on. And whatever reason, we can almost feel like lose our passion, right? Our excitement. That's real. Guys, every single one of us, every single one of you on here right now, whether you are in full-blown momentum or you have not a single person on your team, you will hit that place. And yes, Jaime she decided she was going to actually get her butt in gear and start sharing again. And then here she ends up an Ultimate Thriver finalist. Listen, you guys need to understand something. Your business light is on or off, okay? And the moment that you decide to start sharing, you are open for business again. That is what Jaime did. She started sharing again. She was vulnerable with her post. She was putting it out there consistently. She still wasn't all in, all right? She wasn't like a rock star signing machine, crazy all over the place, but she started with taking the product, sharing her story again, right? So if any of you are on here right now and you're feeling kind of burnout and you just are kind of like restarting, or you kind of have been checked out for a while, that's okay. Start now. Start resharing, because that's how people know what you have, okay? And that's what she did. Now, her passion for the business is back, right? Her passion for the business is back. So now, Jaime, how many Zooms have you been on in the last month compared to the last year?
Oh, probably more in the last month than I have been in the last year.
Exactly. My point.
Jackie, if you're doing an Instagram post, please let me know so I don't look like a freaking gargoyle. Half the time, like my mouth's open or I look, listen, that's what's happening right now. Everybody smile. But yeah, Kager with a double chin. That's what months always does to me. But listen, I will say that when I wasn't in a space to be a leader and a promoter. I wasn't in that space. I was not going to, if I signed you, I just wouldn't have been that person that was good for you. I wasn't the Jaime Pekka that I was 3 years ago. And so what I was doing was signing customers. What I was doing every month was making sure I was thriving for free. What I was doing, and what I hadn't done for the first 4 years of my business, I was having so much success working behind the computer and behind the phone that I was never belly to belly. And so when COVID hit and I got my real estate license, it opened up my world to a whole new group of people and a whole new belly to belly business that used to make me so uncomfortable. And now social media is the way people were to me. Now people are my jam. Now getting in front of people and talking about Thrive and showing my DFTs. Yeah, I was still at Thriveapalooza this past Thrive. I will never miss those events. I just didn't have it. I just didn't have it in me to lead as a leader. And so I became the customer of my business. And when I was ready, I joined back up as a leader. And so being on these calls are what keep me connected, are what keep me going between our retreats and our getaways and our Thriveapalooza. Because let me tell you, Amanda, are you crying because you missed me at Thriveapalooza?
Yes, because now I sound like a hypocrite. So I'm like, you can't miss Palooza because it changes your business, and it really does. And that's not like some cultish thing to say. I'm telling you that because I wasn't there this year, I felt very first off jealous, but I felt like I was a hypocrite teaching telling people that it's super important to be there, but I'll tell you what else it did. And those of you guys that have been around, my fire came back because I said, I'll be damn. I'm surprised I didn't show up in a wheelchair, to be honest with you. But it was the best decision for me at the time I had to make. But yes, I was very upset that I wasn't there, especially because I saw the energy. It was
Yeah.
different. There was something
So
different this year.
different. I just kept saying that it was such a different vibe. And like, even as a leader with sideline leaders, like you go to those events, I missed the millionaire dinner because I couldn't fly in early enough, but sometimes you go to those and I mean, my experience sometimes, and this is my own insecurities, is I feel less than around other leaders. And that's me. That has nothing, because I went to that getaway or the Thrive-A-Palooza, and I haven't seen people like Danny Angelo and Dana Chuva and like Maria. I had the best time with all of those people that make me feel insecure, because I realized that we are all the same. We're going through the same things. We all have our ups and downs. COVID did a lot to our business, but let me tell you that the last year and a half has gotten rid of a lot of people that suck the life out of me. And I've really realized how much I miss and love this business so much. And getting to these events is what gets me through the tough times. And I will no longer allow people to be a part of my business. I would happily, if they came back to me today, I would refer them to another person, because I'm not going to allow that kind of poison to come back into my business. And, you know, getting on these calls with Katie and you and Twin and Jackie and seeing the community, seeing the girls that have that vibe that you want, like you need to surround yourself with people that uplift you, encourage you, and inspire you. And if you are the smartest person in that room or the hardest worker in that room, you are in the wrong damn room. You are not meant to be in that room. You are meant to be with people that out hustle you and make you think and learn how to work harder. And so getting in front and around those people that make me uncomfortable because I'm insecure is what I need to be doing to grow my business. Getting on calls that are sidelines or even in my downlines of my organization, I am learning things that I didn't learn 5 years ago when I was in Lavelle. I was in a different space. So, you know, get on the calls. If this call doesn't resonate with you, go find a different one. There are so many that are available to you, and lock arms with leaders. It doesn't mean that you have to message leaders and stand right beside them, but just hearing other people's stories and following the type of social media that resonates with you. And like, you copying somebody's social media that is not the type of social media person you are just looks inauthentic. Stay true to you, but constantly grow and make yourself uncomfortable being around people that are more successful than you. That's how you are going to kick ass in life.
I think it's important, Jaime, that, you know, you and I, and I say you and I, because it's just kind of like there's like you and me, and then there's not an in-between type of thing. I mean, I'm just saying. But we kind of do things different, and we always have, okay, than other people. You know, Jaime and I are very much the leaders that we're always going to be there for you, but we're not going to drag you along. If you don't want to do this, we're not going to be like in your inbox, like blowing you up, like, hey, where are you at? What are you doing? Like, no, this is your business, right? But if you're excited and you're hungry to learn, like, we're going to teach you every step of the way. And I think, and we're also very much, and I think other people can relate to this, very much like when we have negativity, it's very hard for us to not feel like we got to fix things, or, you know, not take that in, right? So that's where Jaime's kind of coming from when she's saying, like, you know, she's kind of gotten to a place now where she's let go of like where negativity was coming in, right? And she realized, like, wait a second, I'm getting back to what I love. And so if you're at the place like where you really, you know, you're having like all these thoughts, first off, don't let somebody get in your head that's talking negative thoughts, because is it true? Is it, you know, and so forth, right? Because if you can do something about it, there's no sense in complaining, right? So if there's something that you can do to change what you're down about, then there's no sense of complaining. I'm always about like, is it factual? What can I do about it? How can I change the situation? So, Jaime decided to take her business back. And because of the way that she's putting it out there, she's getting that attraction back where people are, reaching out to her again. People are saying, okay, not only, about the products, but about the business side of it. And she's showing up differently as a leader. You guys need to understand, you do not need to be like Jaime. You do not need to be like Jackie. You do not need to be like Kaylee or Twin or Katie or, any other leader out there. Okay. You don't need to be like that. You don't need to be like any of them. What you need to be at is who you are. Do you care about your team? We're all going to show up differently, you guys. Some people are going to be strengths at creating tools. All right. Some people are going to be great at giving advice and motivating you and lighting that fire underneath of you. And they're going to be clueless about I think I make everything picture. Pekka will probably ask me to make for her, right? Because that's not a strength area for her, but she'll light a fire under me like nobody else can, right? So we all bring different things. So never degrade your own leadership and compare it to the next person, because you bring something different to the table. It doesn't make you any less than, okay, at all. You just help differently. And that's why you grab the strengths of others around you. And it doesn't matter. You hear me say it all the time. A leader is a leader the moment they decide to learn and they decide to lead the way. They do not have to have a team. Your team will come. The people will come. All right. As long as you are literally doing the actions, you are going to attract what it is that you're putting out there. And I always say, would you join you? And I even made that post today in the Dream Team page, would you join you? Because if you wouldn't, what do you need to change in order to say yes to you as a customer or as a promoter?
It's so funny that you say that, because I literally was going to repost something that I put. Yeah, I look at my memories and I'm like, when Facebook first started out, first of all, I talked in the third person. I don't know if anybody else did that. It was like the weirdest thing of life. But I just had a post from probably 5 years ago that said, let me just tell you, if you are adding me as a friend and you come from the school of hard knocks, I am not going to accept your friend request. I don't want that vibe. The school of hard knocks tell me that you're going to complain about where you came from instead of choosing the path that you should be on. Your past does not predict where you're at. Your future is in your hands. And so somebody that does not resonate with me from the school of hard knocks telling me that they're living some kind of gangster life and that F the government and blah, that kind of timeline does not encourage me. And I don't want a part of it. And so the last year I've done a lot of soul searching about the people that I choose to surround myself with. And I've muted a lot of people. It doesn't mean that you have to unfriend everybody, but oh, look at my arm muscle. I've been working hard on my arms. Sorry. Thrive is doing some good. I'm trying to beat Katie Mutz in her arms. Jesus, she's posting she did 50 push-ups today. I'd fall on my freaking face. I'll get there. But I don't want to have people on my timeline that are dramatic and always posting shitty shit and complaining about life instead of going, where is the solution in this issue? Be a problem solver, find a solution, create a path. I don't want to be surrounded by people that are constantly complaining or posting. Don't get me wrong. I love posts that create some engagement and a little bit of borderline, but that's fun to me to see interaction from people. But I don't want to see people.
Never mind.
Yeah, yes, the size of your penis. If you measure it in the store, go to my timeline, you'll see it. But listen, I want people's social media feeds to encourage me or get me excited or think about a different way to look at something or inspire me. And so if you're not surrounded by those type of people in your personal life and or in your business, I take, give you a job today and look about what that circle looks like for you, because 6.5 years in, I can tell you that it's different right now. You're going to see people coming back that left. You're going to see people that are going to join other teams. Maria just posted something. Don't be upset if people are joining people that aren't in your organization and they're coming back to this business. It means that you have not done your job, or that connection was no longer there and they've joined somebody else. And there's people that are coming back. And so if you're going to be the leader, and like Amanda said, you've signed one person, you are a leader. If you're taking control of your business, you are a leader. And you don't need to have 500 promoters underneath you to be considered a leader. Start being the leader that you want your upline to be, whatever that looks like. My sponsor isn't even here yet. So take advantage of these double and triple fast start bonuses to explode your business. We are the 18th of the month, like just a little bit over halfway. What is your goal for the rest of the month? What rank are you going to hit? What people in your organization are in their VIPs right now, or are working towards one of these brand new bonuses?
And if you don't have anybody, how can you help that? I have my personal trainer. She's a nutrition coach that I'm working with that, mark my words, she's going to join me. She loves network marketing. She's with a different company. She's got the type of vision that I want in my business. She's got the passion. She's financially struggling and not where she wants to be. And that is the kind of people that I want to bring into my business, because I know that I can help them. I know that our company has that to offer them. I know that VIP 400 and 800 and 1600 and then 4K rank advancement bonuses are all available to these brand new promoters who that could change a lot of people's lives. And so I don't know about you, but I'm not sure what other company besides Lavelle offers the type of incentives weekly that this company does. I can't think of one. I cannot think of one single company that continuously supports us in our businesses the way that Jason and Lavelle does. So get working into the depths of your businesses right now, whatever that looks like. Maybe your goal this month is to simply thrive for free. Get on it. You have the tools. You have the tools to make that happen. Yeah. And I think that a good place to start, you just said it, but I think a good place to start, some of you guys are on here right now and you're like, I have no team, I have no customers, I have none of that, right? But you're hungry, you're on here, you're wanting to learn, all right? The first place you start is thriving out loud. Let people know what it is you have. Let people know what you felt like before you thrived. Let people know why you're thriving, right? Share stories. It's something very much we were taught in the very beginning, is to share other people's stories. Maybe you don't have the weight loss transformation, but maybe you see somebody else's story that does, right? And that's going to resonate, because remember, this is ultimately, you guys, about what that other person needs. So you might not be getting those results that somebody else needs, but you can share somebody else's story, and it is their story that you're inspired by, and that's how you share it. I'm so inspired by Sarah's story. Look at what she was able to accomplish. Or Ashley, she was able to gain 15, 20 pounds, and she's healthier now than what, she's really struggled, because some people struggled to gain weight, and everybody looks at Thrive and is like, oh, it's got to be weight loss. Well, no, sometimes people need healthy weight gain and so forth, right? So it's important. If you haven't shared your story, which I have not, in a very long time on my Lavelle, so I'm being a hypocrite here again. I need to send my story in.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys, if you have not shared your story with Lavelle, share it, because having your story highlighted is a very powerful thing to be able to share with your friends and family that edifies you. Okay.
And I think too, like I see Steffi G and Kaylee and Katie, like Courtney does the same thing, Glazier. Like, you think that her page is all her personally enrolled people that are hitting ranks? Nope. She's sharing other people's wins on her page and congratulating them. It doesn't have to be your personally enrolled. So you don't have a personally enrolled that hit a VIP. Go find somebody in an organization. We're all on the same team under Lavelle. Go find somebody, clap for them, cheer them on, post them on your page. If you can tag them. And your page is starting to show what your business is and people winning and what that looks like for everybody. So you may not have a personal story or a personal win just yet, but it doesn't mean that you can't be sharing and rewriting just what other people have posted to look like your own and show that people are winning here.
speaking into existence what it is that you're going to accomplish, speaking into existence what you're going to help other people accomplish. You guys, I can tell you, I signed way more people and attracted way more people before I ever hit any ranks or statuses
Yep.
with Lavelle. And you don't have to be a certain size. I think that sometimes people think they have to hit their goal before they ever share their story. You guys, I was 300 pounds and I was teaching on stage. Okay. And I share that because Jaime and I, we were up there and we had 4 people on our team. Twin was one of them. In that first year in the business of the fastest growing. Okay. Jaime was 1, I was 2.
Oh, we had 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. We had a lot. Okay. Twin, Jaime. Anyways, we had a lot. Okay. And then every year since, all right, Angela's been there. I mean, Angela's been there like the last 3 years. Like she's just such a badass, right? But here's the thing. We've had multiple. So if I left you out, please don't hate me. Jackie spoke on stage, Twin spoke on stage, Christina. I mean, we've had so many people that have been ultimate thrivers, that have been in magazines. Just pull it from every angle. Okay. Katie was in like the most recent most recent, right? No, yes, most recent
Yeah.
one. At Palooza, because okay, so like we've got these testimonies, these stories, and it's a powerful thing. Do you think I care that Katie's my silent? Heck no, I shares. I'm like, let's go, girl, right? I want to get ideas from people that are having movement, that have that momentum, have that excitement. And I don't look at it and say, how's she there and I'm here? Well, I know damn well why she's there and I'm here. Okay. She's putting it out there. I'm not. So, like, just like this morning, you're going to see some huge momentum happening with me personally and the people I enroll and the people that join me, my personals, people that are working with me and so forth. You're going to see it with Jaime too. And I'm going to tell you why you're going to see this happen. It's because we got a challenge, right? We got a challenge. Like I got to book hot by Vegas. I got to look fine too. So I'm going to be putting that out there. I took my pictures this morning. She took her picture. Like, we're telling our story. And we're not sitting there worried about what we haven't done, what we've lost, where we're not at. We're talking about what we're accomplishing, where we're going, right? And when you start doing that, you start attracting people that also want that want those results, that want that feeling, that want to reach this goal and that goal and so forth. And you don't get to choose their goal. They choose their goal, right? But your job is to help them achieve it and guide them on their way to it, whether that's thriving for free, whether that's losing weight, whether that's, working towards their VIPs, being there to help them with whatever. You guys, listen, you can put your phone down. Yep, you sure can. You can put you should have boundaries. Okay. You should put your phone down, not feel a bit guilty about not answering that message till the next day. Go enjoy some time with your husband, keep a healthy marriage. If you're married, don't worry about that. Get your shit done just like you would at any job. Get your shit done and then put your phone down and enjoy the rest of your evening, knowing that you're going to bed, knowing that you did everything during the day. You connected with people, you helped people, you gave advice, you shared, you did all of those things, and be okay with waking up the next morning and then going at it again, right? So have healthy boundaries, get your sleep. Don't feel bad about taking care of yourself. And, that is the epitome of what this is, right? Being able to take care of ourselves, being able to help people. We're no good to anybody if we're not taking care of ourselves. So eliminate the negativity, snooze people like Jaime mentioned. If you've got people on your timeline, family, friends, whatever, that are just constantly complaining or making you doubt yourself or second guess yourself, like just hit the snooze. Don't answer their message. And I'm not even talking about just about business, you guys. I'm talking about in life in general, right? People will butt into your relationships. There's nobody's business about your relationship between you and that person, the person that
Amanda, we got 5 minutes left. What's your list look
put
like?
some tips, huh?
I just wanted to see, you got 5 minutes left. What's left on your list?
I want you to give what you would tell people tips wise to help them kind of accelerate their business from where they're at now. We know that leading into the end of the year, what they do now is going to go into the next quarter. So what would you give tips and advice to help somebody that maybe is at square one? They're just restarting.
I'm a big, I love goals. I love goals with hard deadlines. For example, my brother-in-law decided 4 weeks ago that he was going to randomly get engaged and get married September 10th. My husband and I happened to be in their wedding, and I'm 40 years old, going to be standing beside 25-year-old models. Cool. Thanks. So I gotta look good. I'm also here to try and teach and show my family, my kids, that staying in shape and staying active and healthy is important. And so since January, I have been growing exponentially as part of health and wellness just in my life in general. But now I have a goal. Now I have a hard deadline that I got to look hot around all of these models in pictures. It's the last wedding in the family. So to me, I'm like, that is my hard deadline. So break it down. How many weeks is that? How many days? How many check-ins do I need to go with myself so that I'm going, am I on track? Am I not on track? What do I have to do to get there? How many days did I count my macros and stay on track health wise? How many cheat meals am I allowed? So apply that to your business. We all have the same hours in a day. I work a full-time job as well and run my Lavelle business. And you best believe that if I don't have something in my calendar and set time dates and stamps and end dates into what I have to do to make sure that I still have time for my family, my day is going to be chaos and I'm not going to get what I need done. So if your goal is to get 4K this month, what does that look like? What do you need volume-wise by the end of the month? How many customers on the Thrive experience do you need? How many customers in your back office got the $32 in credits, the $25 in credits? How many people do you need to be reaching out to upsell them if they're not ready for the Thrive experience? What plus products are we going to get in their order box to get you to your goal? What people in your organization, if you've got people in your organization, are working towards those VIPs or rank advancement bonuses? What is your goal for Vegas? Are you trying to get to Vegas? What do you need in order to hit that goal? How many orders do you need? Like, it is all about being intentional with what your goal is and then break it down daily to what it's going to take for you to get there. And if you don't hit it on one day, then you need to readjust what that timeline looks like. And maybe you've got to add a little bit more volume. Maybe you've got a customer you want to thrive for free. And then all of a sudden you're thriving for free halfway through the month. And maybe your goal is to get your 2 customers that you're thriving for free with to thrive for free. All of a sudden, you've got 4 or 5, 6 customers that have joined your organization, all personally enrolled to you, and your business is growing. It's going to start with those baby steps, but you need to be intentional with what your end game looks like and what that timeline looks like, and get it in your calendar. Like I don't know who Sunflower Fitness is, but like, she is on a leadership call doing a full-fledged workout, and she's here growing her business. Yep. She has dedicated time. She knows that she's got some downtime. Maybe she works a full-time job, but right now she's got an hour in the gym and she's got headphones in, doing her thing and growing her business. So it's just about being intentional with what your time looks like and when. And I fully agree. For 6 years or for 5 years, my business ran my life. My life was surrounded by business 18 out of the 24 hours a day. And that is not something that you can sustain. Is there a time for it? 100% there's a time for it. When you're running for big goals and there's timelines attached or big bonuses attached, there's a time for that type of hustle. But that hustle can't be 24/7, 365. That's not something sustainable. So work your business into your life, put it in your calendar, get on the calls that inspire you, find the leadership team that you love copying or being a part of their Zooms or getting to events or leadership retreats or, Thrive at Fives that are around or start. I'm going to do a Thrive at 5. The thought of that makes me want to puke. I hate that stuff, but it's uncomfortable and people need to try it. So I've already locked arms with one of the girls, Jenny, in my organization. She lives locally to me. We're going to go do a Thrive at 5. So time to get uncomfortable. What happens for these last 6 months of the year is going to dictate what 2024 looks like for your business. And so you can decide what that looks like. In 2024, this business is going to happen with or without you. So maybe you want to be on that stage walking a millionaire, or a 12K or a 40K or a 80K or a 200K, whatever that looks like for you. But the time is now to set the stage for that, because January is going to be here before we know it. And what you've done in the next 6 months is going to dictate the kind of momentum that happens in 2024.
Yep. And you create the momentum, you guys. You might as well put an equation out to what action you took. And I don't know anybody that's ever built a business without a blueprint, without ever following a blueprint. You don't go build a house with just a bunch of sticks, right? You're trying to figure out how to lay the foundation. So if you want to do anything, it starts with you first, right? And then build what you want from there, whether it's your results, customers, whatever. Do the actions that it takes. What happens when you get to that goal, right? And work towards work towards that massive goal. Like, what is it that you're going to achieve when you get there? And that's where you change your life and change a lot of other people's too. So Jaime, thank you so much. Happy payday, thrivers.
Hey guys.
Have a good day, guys. I will put this recording up ASAP. Bye.
Bye guys.
Thanks, Jaime.
Thank you.
Love you.